Hi everyone, today we're gonna learn how to make the Minnie Mouse cake. Everybody was asking me, so I'm gonna show how to use the template and to put the fondant this time because my Mickey Mouse doesn't have. My cake is a little in pieces because my son was kind of trying to play with it, but that's okay, I'm just making for the video. You're gonna have the template in my website. You cut the template and you're gonna measure in your cake the best place to put it on. And you use a knife, a really good knife to cut it, and you make the Minnie Mouse shape. You go around, take all the excess off, put in a cake board, and then you're gonna start frosting the cake, icing the cake. I'm gonna go very fast on this part because it's boring, and I'm gonna use a green frosting because I had it on my fridge and I'm just doing for the video for my babies. So don't worry about that. You can use a normal color. I'm just using the green one. Now I use a little bit Crisco to open the fondant because I think it's easier, it doesn't stick, because I live in Florida and it's very humid. So the flour sometimes let the fondant really hot, like cracking, because it gets dry. So I use Crisco, I think is better for me. So you really knead your fondant to get very soft. Don't use too much Crisco too. You don't want it too soft and sticky. But take your time. Try to open. You need to open as big as the Minnie Mouse is, as your cake. I'm making the baby cake, but you can use a template as big as you want. It's just print bigger. So you need to open your fondant as much as bigger as your cake. You cover gently on the top of the cake. Use your hands to make everything straight. And you don't let the sides broke, so you kind of make the sides pulling closer the fondant on your sides and make the shape all around. So you use your fingers gently. You're gonna feel where the cake is, and you kind of try to get her shape. I'm cutting the excess off just to be easier to get the shape, and you can go make everything straight and everything, all the shapes around her ears, her face, and you go gentle. Take your time because that's gonna make a big difference in the end when your cake is already done. You keep it going until you're happy to the shape, and you use the knife. I use a very normal knife to cut rest. You can use a pizza cutter. Some people use pizza cutter, but since I'm making a baby cake, he's not that big, so I prefer use the knife because the pizza cutter sometimes doesn't go where I want it to go. So I think the knife is better. You go around. Don't cut too much because you need the fondant to touch your cake board. Be careful with that. You can even put a border around your cake if you want it, a little red border or something. I like to be just her face, but you can do that too. You need to cut the excess all around the cake. And you can just use your fingers to make the fondant settle on the cake board. It's a very cool cake. Everybody loves it. I have a video that I was just showing Minnie, but everybody was asking, so I decided to make the video. I hope you guys like it, and I hope you guys try it because every kid really likes them. They are very cute. I will be posting the template on my website. It's a PDF file. We can make bigger or smaller. If you're making a bigger cake, you can even use filling in the middle, you can make it as any flavor you want. Pound cake is better because it's a little easier to carve, but you can use any cake. See, all around is black, all around touching the cake board. And you make all the parts of the shape, the ears and everything to be as you want. Now I'm opening a little skin color. I tinted a little to be a colored skin with a little bit of brown. You can use the powder or the liquid. Now I'm gonna make her face. The template comes in a lot of pieces. Now I'm gonna use the piece just for her face. You place in your fondant and you cut it off. Be gentle to don't lose the form, because when you pull everything up, you can lose the form of the shape that you're cutting. Here we go. Now you smooth the edges and you place in your cake. You can use the template to look exactly what you need to put it on. And you place, you can use a little bit of water if it's not sticking together, but it's fine for me. Always look at your cake, give a little shape, a little round. Minnie, so you use your fingers to smooth the edges. Every step, then you take care of it, and you take your time, make your cake in the end look better. So take your time to make everything very cute. Here we go. That's her face. And now I'm opening a little bit of white fondant for her eyes. The template comes with the pieces for the eyes as well. So I'm just going to roll out my fondant and cut the 2 pieces for the eyes with white fondant. Here we go. That's the 2 pieces from the template. And you place in your fondant and use the knife or a X-Acto knife, a normal knife, anything that you really cut sharp so you don't lose the shape. And you smooth it out any edges. Make the shape really look cute, both. And you're gonna place in your cake. Really look to your template so you know exactly where her eyes should be. You can cut all the pieces and then place on the face, but I think it's easier for me to go cutting it and placing it. But if you're not comfortable to know where everything goes, you can make all the pieces, watch all the video, make all the pieces, and then put all the pieces together. Now I'm trying to show you the smile, but it's kind of disappearing. But I'm opening a little black fondant to make the bottom part of her mouth. So you just open, use the piece that comes in the template and your knife and cut it off of that piece for you. Try to don't let the fondant too thick because that makes your cake looks weird. Try to use the same thickness for the eyes and the mouth and everything. So when you look at your cake by the side, it's not like everything in her face is a different, size. Here we go. Now you place the mouth on your cake gently. You can use it again, a little bit water, but I'm in Florida, so it's really humid. So the fondant kind of gets very gluey. Now me open again a little bit of fondant in my hands to make like a snake to make her smile. You just try to use the palms of your hands to the snake kind of be on the same thickness. And you're gonna cut a little piece. And we're gonna make her smile. You can even measure on a template. But it's to check your cake if you think it needs to be a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller. But the template really helps. And you cut it off. You can cut your fingers, cut a little knife or a scissor. See, I'm using a little scissor, so the cut is very sharp and cute. And now you're gonna cut 2 little pieces for the ended smile. You know that little C that they have on the end of the smile because they're cartoons. And you place right there. Here we go. Now I'm gonna open a little bit more my snake to make her eyelashes. So you can cut 3 pieces. Actually, you need 6 for both eyes, but I'm making one first, and we're gonna make her eyelashes because I think it's the only difference between Mickey and Minnie's face is the bow and the eyelashes. So you place right there. Guys, don't forget to subscribe our channel. If you want to see any other cake or any other cupcake or anything, just let me know. Leave your comments below. I'm going to try to help. I'm making this cake again, the video using the fondant to cover because I got a lot of requests for it because my Mickey doesn't have the part that I'm covering the cake. So if you guys need anything, just let me know. I'm trying to get all the emails and everything and help you guys. So I'm still placing the eyelashes, cut to a little bit more pieces. And we're gonna finish the eyelashes. Here we go. She's so cute. Look, the eyelashes are right there. Now the same technique, the snake, I call the snake technique. I don't know if it's a technique or just like a Play-Doh kids way to do a snake. But you're gonna do it again because we're gonna do the contour of her eyes. You can leave it off. You don't need to put it on, but I think it really pops the cake when you do the contour, the black contour on her eyes. That's what I'm gonna do. She needs a little line underneath her eyes and all around her eyes. So that's what we're gonna do now. I'm doing the part underneath her eyes to shape better. It looks better. I think it really pops the cake. Here we go. Place there. Once again, you can use a little water. I'm using a little water just to, my brush does have water, it's just to keep the, since as a snake is a really round, was kind of not staying in the right place, so you just use a little water and stick in there. And now we're gonna use the snake around of the eyes. Be gentle to don't squish anything, to don't make fingerprints on her eyes. So, here we go. And a little bit more water just to don't get out of place. I'm sorry about my fingers sometimes in front of the camera. I'm trying to learn which position is the best way for you guys to be able to watch. And trying to don't be hiding anything. Here we go. Put the other eyes. And you cut the excess off. And that's it. You can see the outline of her eyes. Now we're gonna make two little balls for the black part are really her eyes. So you just make two little balls, you squish them together to be a little bit flat because you don't want them to be like rounded when you look your cake by the side. And you place right there. You can change it, you can make her looking by the side, looking up, looking down, looking at you. So that you can change whatever you want to do. If you're making two cakes, Mickey and Minnie, and they want to look to each other, you know, anything you want to change, be free to change. And you place right there. Here we go. Now, with a little bit more fondant, we're going to make a big ball for her nose. The nose, I really let be big like a ball, so it looks cute when you look by the side. I don't like the eyes to look like rounded, but the nose I like. So you make a ball and you try to roll a little bit to don't be a circle, and you squish just a little bit and place right between the eyes and the mouth. You see, then it's not too rounded. It's kind of more like a rectangle like shape. And now, you know the cartoons always has that white little mark because they reflect, it's a reflection of light. So I like to use it, but if you don't, that's okay, you don't need it. but I think it looks cute right there in the nose. And now I'm gonna mix a little bit of red fondant and white fondant because I don't want her tongue to be red as the bow, but I want it like pinkish. So I'm mixing the two fondant together. You just keep mixing and put a little Crisco if it's sticking in your hand, or a little flour if you live in a little different weather. What's best for you? You try flour, you try little Crisco, try what's better for you. Here we go. Now I'm gonna roll it out again and use the little piece of the template for her tongue. And we're gonna cut it up. Here we go. That's the piece. Just go around with the knife. Be careful to don't stretch the fondant and lose the shape. Smooth the edges. Be careful when you take out of your table too, so you don't lose the shape. And you just place in your cake. It's very cute. Right there. See, you guys can see it? I hope. Now I'm opening a little red fondant for the bow. You can make it pink. You can make whatever color it is. Normally Minnie is like pink or red. I'm making the red one. But I'm using a store-bought fondant. Everybody asks me. I use the brand Setting Ice. I think it's the best one. The taste, for me, the flavor is the better one. You can buy in white and tinted, every color you want, or you can buy in colors. I normally buy already in colors the red and the black, because red and black, they are very hard to color. You need to use a lot of like coloring, and sometimes make your mouth get all red or gets too sticky. So some really bright colors I already buy in colors, but you feel free to color yourself. You can use the liquid or the powder, doesn't matter. Now we're gonna place her bow. Take your time to place her bow in the best position to make it to be very cute. Here we go. She's really cute. And you be gentle to don't squish your cake too. And you just make the marks in the middle of the bow. You know, those two little kind of, I always say that the bow looks like a butterfly. So you kind of make the sides have a middle too. You can use your fingers and just make the marks. My bow is kind of flapping down, I don't know why. So I'm gonna just put a little bit of fondant right there so it doesn't go down as with the cake. Here we go. Now the other little piece for the center is gonna have the template too. It's just placed there just to make the division between the two sides of the bow. I'm using the back of my scissor, or you can use anything round, like a spoon or anything, just to make those fabric marks on her bow. I'm trying to use the scissor, not a tool, because it's not everybody that have a tool. I don't want anybody to buy a tool just to make one cake. So just to make those 3 little marks. Now we're gonna make a lot of little balls. We're gonna speed that up, just for you to don't need to see me making 30 little balls, but it's just white fondant you roll out in your hands, and you make little balls for the polka dots or her bow. Here we go. And then you flatten a little bit in your hand and use a little bit of water to stick them at the bowl, because you don't want that to fall out after. So I use a little bit of water. Just a little bit. You don't need to make anything wet. It's just like a little brush of water. And you go. I need to make a little bit more more little balls. And we're gonna finish her bow, her polka dots. Here we go. You can put as much polka dots you want. I hope you guys like it. She's very cute. Just let me know if you guys need any help or what are you looking for. And let me know if you guys like it. Thank you so much. I hope you subscribe to the channel. We're going to post a lot of more videos. That's the Minnie Mouse cake. Thank you. Bye.